I'm sitting here with the ZPM leader, Mr. Lalduhoma. So, can you tell me what was the root cause of this Manipur violence between the Métis and the tribal?
Well, it has been a pretty long time since we last met. I thank any life.
Yes.
And in order to give you an answer to that question, one has to go back to the history. You see, Manipur was formerly known as Kanglei Park, which means dry land. It was only after the Métis were converted into Hinduism, they were known as Manipur, which means the land of jewels, a beautiful name. The ancient Métis kingdom was a tiny kingdom situated only in the small area comprising the valley of Manipur, the present Manipur. And in 1824, it became the protectorate of the British Empire. And in 1891, it became one of the princely states of India, which was annexed to the British India. In fact, it was the last princely state which has been annexed to the British India. After independence, the Maharaja of Manipur, whose name is Buddha Chandra, signed a treaty of independence, a treaty of accession. This treaty of accession was signed by him with Lord Mountbatten, who continued to be the first Governor General of the Free India. It was signed in Shillong on 21st September 1949. Accordingly, Manipur became a part of Indian Republic on 27th October 1949. Thereafter, it became Union Territory in 1956, and again it was given a statehood in 1972. In this connection, I would like to point out some vital points. Number one is, from the time of our ancestors, Manipur was inhabited by both Métis and tribals. Métis occupied a small area of the plain area, and tribals live in the hills area. And Métis never occupied the hill area so far, even till today. And there has been a record in the history that some battles had been taken place between the Maharaja of Manipur and the Mizo chiefs. And number two, which I would like to point out, is the area covered by the Treaty of Accession signed by the Maharaja of Manipur never comprised any part of the hill area. And in fact, hill area has never been under the jurisdiction of the Maharaja of Manipur. The hills were occupied by the tribals, having their own chiefs in each village, independent villages. They were just like a Greek city-state. Unfortunately, when Manipur became Union Territory in 1956, all the areas in the hills were also included into the state of Manipur. So amalgamation of the areas occupied Métis as well as by the tribals under one single administrative unit is a blunder in history. They were ethnically, socially, culturally, and for that matter, even religiously different people. They should not have been kept under one umbrella. This is the root cause of the whole trouble now.
All right. Okay. So that you have mentioned that the root cause of this Manipur, this trouble. So what is the immediate cause of this violence, this Manipur violence?
Yeah. This violence started in 2015. You see, under Section 158 of the Manipur Land Revenue and Land Reforms Act 1960, transfer of land belonging to a member of a scheduled tribe to any other person not belonging to a member of scheduled tribe is not allowed.
Right.
Which means Métis are not allowed to have ownership of land in the traditional home of tribals. Number two, Manipur government wanted to amend this act in order to pave the way so that Métis are also given the right to ownership of land in the traditionally owned land of the tribal people. So they introduced two bills in 2015. One is Protection of Manipur People's Bill 2015. According to this bill, any person who settled down in Manipur after 1951 should be treated as non-Manipuri people. It means classification of citizens into two categories. One is going to be a genuine Manipur citizen, the other is going to be not. So this classification of citizens into two categories has never been acceptable to the tribals. And along with this bill, there is another bill known as Land Revenue and Land Reform 7th Amendment Bill 2015. This bill tries to give the right of ownership of land to Métis people in hill areas. So the strange thing is that these two bills were passed in a haste. There was no discussion, no debate, no voting. They were passed within 5 minutes.
Yes.
So it might have been the world record so far. So this was protested by all the tribals. And I also had gone there to support this movement. I had participated personally in the peace procession between Imphal and Churachandpur. In fact, I was given a thank you certificate which I hung over there in the wall. So during that time, there were dead bodies of 9 heroes. And these heroes were, they were given a heroic treatment. And these 9 bodies were kept in a civil hospital at Lamka for almost about 2 years.
Okay.
And yes, these two bills were the immediate cause. Then now these things had happened. Okay, the present crisis is a continuation of the effort on the part of the government of Manipur to enforce that bill. Now they try to enforce physically, ravaging several villages. The offensive attack was initiated by the state government, and the tribals were left with no other option except to defend themselves. They were defending themselves. They don't attack, they defend themselves. In fact, this is not a confrontation between the two communities, between Métis and tribals. It was, in fact, a confrontation between the state government and the tribals. Because the state government deployed its own police force and militants in the forefront, keeping the civilians behind. So, in fact, this is a confrontation between the government and its own people.
Yes.
So as things stand as of now, it is inconceivable to keep these people under one administration. They are now demanding for a separate administration, and for that my party supported them, and we are in favor of giving them a separate administration.
Yes, okay, yes. There has been many sayings regarding this ZOE unifications and this separate administration, and even this Greater Mizoram also been talked. And nationalists who is being claimed themselves by the MNF party. So what do you have to say on this?
Again, I would like to go back to the history. 131 years ago, after the British subdued all these territories under their jurisdiction, there was a meeting in Calcutta at Fort William, Calcutta, on 29 January 1890. It was known as Chin-Lusai Conference. This conference recognized the Zhou ethnic people as a different people. They should not be placed under the administration of Burma. They should not be placed under the administration of India. There has to be a separate administrative unit for them. That was the decision of the meeting. Had it been implemented, all the Zhou people living now in Manipur, Tripura, Bangladesh, and Myanmar should have been under one administration. Unfortunately, due to the policy of divide and rule by the British, we are now divided into three. Some are in India, some are in Bangladesh, some are in Myanmar. So the vision and dream of my party is there will come one day will come, when all these Zhou people were put under one administrative unit. This is our vision. And then regarding the Greater Mizoram, I don't want to use Greater Mizoram. I would like to prefer to use reunification of Zhou people.
Yes.
Under Article 3 of the Indian Constitution, this is possible. It is permissible. Let me read out. Article 3 of the Indian Constitution. Parliament may by law form a new state by separation of territory from any state, or by uniting two or more states or parts of states, or by uniting any territory to a part of any state, increase the area of any state, diminish the area of any state, alter the boundaries of any state, alter the name of any state. So Article 3 has already provided the solution of this problem. This Article 3 has been used so many times. New states, new union territories were born, and so many times state boundaries were changed. So these people are brothers and sisters who are living in Manipur. If they decided to join us, we are most welcome. It will not be a Greater Mizoram, but it will be a reunification. And as far as that nationalism is concerned, nationalism is not a private property of MNF party. There has been so many heroes, fighters who had given their lives in order to defend the territory of our forefathers. They were martyrs, and they are nationalists. So we have so many nationalists, even before the existence of MNF party. So this is not a private property of MNF party. Nationalism is a property of all the Zhou people, and it will remain in our minds forever, from generation to generation. This is our dream. It will never die.
Okay. So in these upcoming elections, do you think that this Zhou unifications will be the main agenda of this? Do you think this Zhou unification will be the main agenda in this upcoming election?
It may be to some extent,
Yes.
not much.
Do you think that you will see the people's trust this time?
Yeah, it is the victory of the people, as we have seen in my constituency when we have the by-election.
Yes.
The number of the membership in our party is very small,
Yes.
but still we won. The total votes of all the contestants was less than my vote.
Yes.
So again, it happened in Lunglei Municipal Council election. Again, it happened in the local election here in the very constituency of the Chief Minister himself.
Yes. Yes.
So money power has been defeated 2-3 times.
Yes.
So money power will not be having much a role in this coming election. So we are very optimistic.
Okay. Who will be a main opposition this time?
MNF, because it's like a football match.
Yes.
We have won the semi-final.
Right.
We have played semi-final with Congress. We have defeated them. Now we are going to have a final game with MNF.
Okay, that now that you are saying that you will you are confident in these upcoming elections. So, in case if there is a need of this post-poll alliance, like which party, this MNF, Congress, or the BJP?
You see, in the post-election era, one cannot become a pick and choose.
Yes.
It depends on convenience. But I don't think there would be such situation. It has never been in Mizoram, unless there was a coalition, pre-election coalition. It has never been happened in Mizoram. So if we are to form a government, we'll form by ourselves with adequate stability.
Okay. My last questions. On 2018, you have contested in 2 constituencies and won two constituencies.
Yeah.
So in these upcoming elections, are you planning to contest in 2 constituencies again?
No, there is a danger in that, because if I stand, I stand in 2 constituencies. No, arrangements can be made by other 2 parties. They can join each other by sharing 1 seat each. That chance is there, so we are not going to give that chance to them.
Okay. How many seats are you expected?
You see, numbering the seats is not a proper thing to be done by me. But according to the report so far, if we have been doing the campaign in a scientific manner, we have a grassroots level training in all the units in the state.
Right.
So we know each family whether they are going to vote this or that party. So according to this assessment, we stand at around 30.
Okay.
Maybe less or maybe more.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.